First derivative using first principle? Mr. Raj will make it easy.
Are you ready? Let's go. Principle for first derivative. So here, I know during your Form 5, you struggled, you didn't have any sort of tips. But then here in matriculation, it is very straightforward. Why? Because you know how to do differentiation, okay, and then you can link with the limits concept that you already studied in your chapter 8. So it's a fairly straightforward thing. Okay, so here I've given some tips. Okay, first of all, do normal differentiation to know the expected answer. So this is something that I think during Form 5 you didn't do. Okay, so please take my word, do the normal differentiation, but then don't write it on your paper. Please have it somewhere else, okay, so that you know what to expect. And then we use the first principles formula, okay, in order to find the first thing. Okay, without wasting time, let us go. There's 3 examples for us to see. Sure. Okay, we want to find first derivative for a simple function fx equal to x squared using first principle. Well, you know very well how to do differentiation. Don't tell me you don't know how to do. So here, if you see, okay, you got x squared. Of course, the 2 you bring in front, then the power you minus 1, so you get 2x, right? So this is your expected answer. Please have it somewhere so you know the outcome. So now using the first principle is, we will write down this formula. So memang to find the first derivative, this is what you need to write down. F prime equal to limit h approaching 0, f of x plus h minus fx. This formula you need to do. So what I'm doing, I just go and substitute accordingly. For example, fx is x squared. F of x plus h, tempat x diambil alih oleh x plus h mah. Hey, put x plus h here, so put x plus h here. So now, okay, we have put into our formula. We are relating with our chapter 8 that we studied. So now if you go and see, I need to put 0 at the place of h mah. So that means I put 0 here. You're going to see the x squared minus x squared. That is going to be 0. So your denominator is also going to be 0. So this concept 0 over 0, you know what to do. Okay, since we got nice polynomial, definitely need to do factorization. It's not very clear at the moment how we can factorize this. So I just go and expand my numerator. Okay, go and expand on numerator. So this is what I get, x squared plus 2hx plus h squared minus x squared. Alright. You can see the x squared going to cancel out and you end up with here. So again, as you substitute, you're going to see 0 up and 0 down. You need to do factorization. Now it's very clear what we can factorize. Okay, so yes, you saw that, right? H I can pull out. So the moment you factorize, you're on the right track to evaluate your limit. Cancel your h, get that. You're going to substitute 0 at the place of h, and then get to x. There you go. This is what we are expected to get. So once you get your answer, since I got the expected answer, you can be 100% sure your answer is correct. Nice and easy, right? Let us go and challenge ourselves with some more examples. Okay, people, so as I already mentioned to you, okay, if they ask you to do using first principle, worry not, you go and find the expected answer. So of course this one, if you want to differentiate, right, of course you will bring your x plus 1 up, so become x plus 1 power negative. So that one, if you want to differentiate, I'm sure you know, we use something called power rule. So using power rule, okay, this is the expected answer you should get. So I will park this here so that I know if I stuck anywhere, I can refer, oh, this is the final answer I should be getting. Then I can be very alert. Or else, you might be doing without any direction. At halfway, you're thinking, what are you doing? So you don't want to get into that trap. Okay, so let us go and write down our formula. So this is my first principle to your formula. As I told you, you should know. Okay, write it down. And then substitute accordingly. So fx punya tempat ganti ini minus. So here x plus h, here also you put x plus h. So now if you see, you put 0, right? Okay, memang this guy become 1 over x plus 1 minus 1 over x plus 1. So up you're going to get 0, bawah is 0. So here you go, factorization. Definitely at some point you need to do factorization. So that is what we keep in our mind. So now I just treat this as a fraction, fraction minus fraction. I know the up here, denominator not the same, I make it the same. Don't worry about h in down there, okay, in the denominator, just leave it. Okay, so we focus on atas ni. So open bracket everything. Things are going to simplify nicely because you're going to see x and x going to cancel out, 1 and 1 going to cancel out, tinggal minus x. And then divide by. So this one you see, this one over, this over we know is operasi bahagi mah. So I can go and write like this, whereby bahagi h is the same as multiplying by 1 over h. Okay, bahagi h is the same as multiplying 1. H and h will cancel out, giving you negative 1. Now the moment the cancellation has happened, I can happily go and evaluate. So fair enough, you go and see ganti 0 here, you're going to get x plus 1, here's x plus 1. So x plus 1 dan x plus 1 and x plus 1 square atas negative 1 mah. Tengok this jawapan exactly the same as this. Okay, so that's what I say, like when you have the expected answer, then once you get something here, you can be very sure that the answer is 100% correct. Okay, so this is something that I believe you failed to do when you were doing your SPM. So we're done with nice polynomial. I think it'd be good for us to go and challenge ourselves with some sort of question. And let us do that. Okay, so we are into our third example for first principle, and first principle is something that you can look forward to appearing in the exam. So dekat sini, as I already pointed out to you, okay, please go and work out. Okay, please go and work out this using the normal differentiation. So here, of course, when you do cert to power become 1 over 2. So you differentiate, you're going to get something like this. Okay, I'm not going to further elaborate on how you should be doing normal differentiation. I believe that all of you are watching this video are genius. You shouldn't have problem with the normal differentiation. I believe you are looking at this because you want to understand first principle. So now what I do, I go and write down my formulae. So formulae macam biasa. So the place of fx I ganti with cert x, and then the plus x plus h, here's x plus h. So first step, okay, hope no problem. So this is satu markah normally in the exam they give you for this, ganti everything, ready to proceed. So now if you see, okay, how you relate with your chapter 8 is you ganti 0 in your denominator, this is 0. Here, cert x minus cert x is 0, 0 over 0. So here you know you definitely need to do conjugate. So kalau conjugate, looking at this guy, just change the sign in the middle, so minus become plus. So darah atas bawah. So this is something you did in chapter 8. Hope you can follow up until there. So now you know very well who we're going to expand. Because if you are my student, you know very well I already mentioned jangan expand dekat bawah, only expand the one which is conjugate, which is the top part. So here if you see this guy times this guy, of course, like if you have cert A times cert A, you're just going to get A. So here this guy and this guy, x plus h. This guy and this guy going to cancel out. Minus become minus. This is going to become x. So that is what you can. You can see here the x cancel out. I'll just end up with h. So the h here, and there is another h di bawah. Okay, so I can cancel that out, leaving me just this. So once sudah cancel, you can evaluate. So you just get cert x di bawah plus cert x. So this one, if very difficult for you to actually know what you're going to get, just imagine this as A. Okay, A tambah A is 2A mah. So your A is cert x. Okay, so which this guy agree with the normal differentiation. So I believe now, after looking at like 3 examples, you can actually see that if you got the expected answer, if you get stuck here, you see here, you know what to do. Okay, so this is some tips from me. Alright, so hope that helps your understanding. Okay, to wrap up, right, I've given you one question here. Okay, so this is something for you to test yourself. So if you see, this is a PSPM question whereby they've given you a function. And you can see here how the question, okay, they have put by using first principle of derivative find f prime. So if you take my advice, just go and do some normal differentiation, park it somewhere so that at least tahu, oh ini adalah jawapan yang saya expect again. And then you use your formulae, and then you use your limit concept to see what you should be doing. So with third question, right, please be very careful, jangan gelojoh sangat. Okay, so I'm going to let you to try, and here if you want to check your answer whether betul atau tidak, you can scan the QR that I have attached here and see, okay, if you get the right answer. If you have any question, don't forget to comment on the chat box. Okay, I'll definitely reply to you. So hope that helps your understanding. Let me catch you in the next video. Ciao for now. Signing off, Mr. Raj. All the best.